Welcome to Serving Locally with me, your host, Michelle Dinas, the podcast where we spotlight service in the Longmont and surrounding communities. All right, let's connect. Hi, welcome to today's episode. We are here with Rachel and Ruby of Benefits in Action of Boulder County. And I'll just start with who are you and what is Benefits in Action in a quick overview. So we can start with Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel Wise. I am the Manager of Marketing and Outreach at Benefits in Action, and I've been there about 3.5 years.
Ruby Zavala, and I'm a navigator here in the Boulder County area. And I've been with Benefits in Action since December, so a couple months, 6-7 months.
Awesome. Can you give us a little bit of a background about Benefits in Action?
So Benefits in Action is almost a 10-year-old nonprofit organization. We were formed November 15th, 2015, and we really grew out of the need for older adults to have some support navigating their Medicare, finding affordable prescription drugs, and now we've really grown to encompass a range of state and federal benefits programs, really just trying to eliminate those barriers to access for folks across the state.
What is your focus at Benefits in Action?
So we really just work kind of one-on-one with folks to help them recognize all of the programs that they might qualify for. Things like food assistance, health insurance programs, help paying for health insurance, just a lot of things that can be complex. A lot of these applications are online, or folks might go down to the county office hoping to get some help, but that's not always the case. So we really work with folks statewide through our team of benefits navigators. So Ruby is one of those serving folks here in Boulder County. Ruby, can you talk a little bit about how you serve folks?
So pretty much what, I do or we do here in the Boulder County area, we co-locate with other agencies. For example, I'm going to mention a couple, EFAA, Sister Carmen, our center here in Longmont. And we just collaborate, go certain dates and be in person just to be able to serve people. And we also have a phone number, Boulder Hotline, where they could contact us too. And, just both of them be in person or on the phone and serve them, help them navigate through the applications, or pretty much try to fill them out, the applications, help them upload documents if they need to, or, if they need to know when their, appointment is or stuff like that for some of the programs when they apply. That's what we kind of do.
Yeah. So Ruby's actually part of our collaboration with Boulder County Human Services. So they had reached out to us really hoping to reach more folks in Boulder County area that are eligible for SNAP. That's the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, formerly known as food stamps, and just helping folks recognize eligibility for that program, enroll in that, and better utilize that program. So that's a lot of the work that Ruby's doing here. And she's really all over the place reaching folks, but folks can always reach us by phone as well.
Great. I think I found you guys at the youth thing that they did for kids at the Boulder County Fairground Youth. It was like a fair, life fair,
resource
skills
fair,
or something like that. Yeah. So that was really cool that you guys were there. Who are you trying to reach with your organization?
Oh gosh, everybody. Really today we're here speaking to folks in Boulder County because we want you to know you may be eligible for SNAP and other benefits that can help you live a healthier, happier life. But in addition to that, we are always looking for volunteers and supporters. The work that we do is never ending. The need just continues to grow. And as we mentioned, Ruby's in a lot of places here in Boulder County, and we would love it if there are volunteers here who are looking for a meaningful way to spend some of their time and would like to help support folks in their own backyard. Yeah, I mean, statewide, we serve people. You can reach us by phone. Pretty much everything that we do can be done over the phone. So screening you for benefits eligibility, helping you apply for SNAP, Medicaid, Medicare, utility assistance back in the spring, cash assistance, all of that can be done via telephone. So no matter where you are in Colorado, no matter the weather, Benefits in Action is here to support you and just answer your questions. Yeah.
That's great. How did Benefits in Action expand into Boulder County?
So we had mentioned a little bit about a contract with Boulder County Human Services. So they reached out to us, I guess, just recognizing that there are a lot of people in the state of Colorado and in Boulder County who are eligible for SNAP benefits, for food assistance, and don't realize that. Or there are a lot of myths that we kind of have to help dispel for folks. A lot of times people think they're not eligible, but maybe their income has changed, or perhaps they're not including expenses that could be qualified to help kind of maximize that benefit. Additionally, like people in your household who you share food with are part of your SNAP household. So having housemates doesn't necessarily disqualify you based on their income if you don't share food with them. So there are a lot of reasons that people don't apply for SNAP, all of those myths, confusion about the program, but we're really here to help. And we really encourage anybody who has questions just to call. It's worth a call. Yeah.
What makes the work of Benefits in Action different than other similar serving organizations?
Well, I certainly think Ruby's work and kind of the work of our other navigators can speak to that. We really try to meet people where they are. I know a lot of our community organizations are trying to do the same. It's always a challenge, but we've made our services available telephonically. We are at a number of locations. Ruby's going to share a list with you guys again, but places like Sister Carmen, Harvest of Hope Pantry, EFAA, Our Center, really just trying to reach folks where they're already seeking services or already going. And then we really try to navigate a lot of those services with one phone call or with just one organization rather than sending people to 5 different places to get help.
Yeah, it can be difficult.
It can, and certainly intimidating, especially, when you call and maybe it's an automated service or you're leaving messages and not getting those answers back. It's stressful.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah.
I just wanted to add it on that one. We also help, we try to reach to anyone, like Rachel say, pretty much anyone, but, it's a little bit easier to get out there with the Latino community, with the older community too, in case they're not able to, get where we are or, have a phone or, stuff like that. We tend to meet with them like in a public place, like a library or nearby, if it's a living assistance, we could literally go up there and say, hey, we're going to be there a couple hours and help them out. But yeah, that's pretty much, I think, we try to help anyone.
That's great. What are your greatest needs?
Oh gosh, so many.
I know what they are. It's exposure, it's volunteers, and funding.
Those are always, top 3 for sure. Definitely, we're working really hard. We're almost 10 years old, but there's still a lot of people that don't know us. So exposure for sure. We really appreciate it when folks subscribe to and share out our e-newsletter that we put out a couple times a month. We're seeing some changes to that, so stay tuned. We want to get you the best information. You can like and follow us on social media. Really just that word of mouth, I think, is the strongest piece for exposure for nonprofits. I think we see the greatest success when we build strong relationships with case managers and, parishioners in our local faith communities and, government agencies. The people that typically see folks on a day-to-day basis, case managers, and they can help, kind of build that trust for us. So that's very helpful. If you're one of those people and would like to get connected, we'd love to talk to you. And yeah, volunteers, like I'd mentioned, we certainly need help with navigation. One of the big pieces of our volunteer base is our SHIP Center, which is the State Health Insurance Assistance Program for Medicare counseling. So Boulder County actually has their own, but we serve some other counties, Denver, Adams, Broomfield, and several others. And that's a really important program that helps older adults to just kind of navigate the world of Medicare, avoid scams and fraud, file appeals.
Right.
And we would love some SHIP volunteers. But I could talk all day about that. Certainly funding. Ruby, what are some needs that you're kind of seeing here in Boulder County?
Pretty much, I think, since I have a busy schedule, I'm everywhere. So probably I'll say a couple volunteers too. And then just a little bit of the word out. Like Rachel mentioned, we have 10 years old almost. And, we want to get out there a little bit more into every community, just to be able to help anyone who needs it. And, anyone that is not technology savvy too. So I'll just say pretty much more volunteers, just help here in the Boulder County area. Yeah.
And, I'll add on to that about funding. It is a really uncertain time right now for nonprofit organizations, as well as a lot of government entities that provide very vital services to our community. And so if you've got $1 to spare, I think any amount matters. It really helps us to provide these services, to get out into the community, to get the materials out, the education. And we work on a lot of reimbursable grants as a nonprofit. So that's interesting. We do a lot of the work first and then, hope to get that funding after the fact. And it can be really complicated, and it's not always super friendly for marketing to get that exposure. So with regards to funding, it's a really uncertain time right now for nonprofit organizations everywhere. And for example, we work on a lot of reimbursable grants. So we do a lot of our work before we actually receive that funding. We are hopefully, funded for the next year or so, but we're, kind of staying tuned just like everyone else is. And if anyone out there is listening and, has $1 that they're willing to donate to support, or is interested in volunteering, or wants to be a corporate partner or sponsor, we would love to have you. These are really important services that help make benefits accessible to people. Where folks might take one look at a disability application and never fill it out because
It's overwhelming.
they can't get through the first 2 pages, much less the next 100. So,
Right.
yeah.
Been there. That's not fun. Do you have any events coming up or volunteer opportunities?
So many volunteer opportunities. Like Ruby mentioned, she would love a couple of benefit navigators here in Boulder County to help support at some of those co-locations and through the Boulder County Hotline. But, as we start looking into open enrollment season in the fall, we'll be looking for volunteers interested in helping folks navigate their health insurance, be it Medicare or Connect for Health. We help with that too. That's the state healthcare marketplace. Events, I certainly recommend that folks subscribe to that Benefits Beacon so they can stay tuned. But visit our website at benefitsinaction.org. On our events page, you can see listed some of those kind of co-location pop-ups. We have our annual event, Boxed, which is going to be October 8th in Denver. It is a cooking challenge fundraiser.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That one I haven't heard.
So
Heard
this
a lot
one's
of
cool.
fundraising things. That's a different one.
So we're still very much in the planning stages for Boxed, but we are seeking celebrity chefs. We call them celebrity chefs. You're our celebrity, and you will be for the night for sure. But chefs willing to come come out and represent their restaurant and their community and compete against other chefs to create the top dish from food boxes that we deliver down in the metro.
Cool.
So we provide some shelf-stable and fresh items, proteins, produce to folks who are homebound and struggling to get out in Denver, Adams, Arapahoe, and Jefferson counties. And so chefs will receive that box about a week ahead of the competition and will scramble to put together the top dish that night. So it's a lot of fun, some silent auction, wine pull, things like that. So that's October 8th. Mark your calendars for that. We're still looking for sponsors and chefs. So if you're interested, definitely reach out to us. Visit benefitsinaction.org. And you can also email me. I'll leave my information as well.
Wonderful. Yeah, the next question is, how can people contact and find out more about Benefits in Action? So
Perfect lead-in. We encourage folks to call us directly. Here in Boulder County, we've established a Boulder County hotline phone number, really just to try to make sure that folks here are getting service and that we're reporting that accurately in our relationship with DHS. So that Boulder County hotline phone number is 720-826-6989. Folks can also visit benefitsinaction.org, and there on our homepage, if you scroll down, there's a Schedule Now button. That allows you to put in some of your kind of quick contact information, and at the end, it actually gives you the opportunity to go through the benefits screener by our friends at My Friend Ben, Gary Community Ventures. So this screener tool actually can screen you for like 100 plus benefits and just give you an idea of what you might qualify for.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it can help kind of, smooth out the process for our navigators too. So great couple ways to get started by calling or going online. Or you can come see Ruby at one of her co-locations. Ruby, you want to share a little bit about where you can be found throughout the week?
Yeah.
It's also on our website.
Yeah. Pretty much on Tuesdays, I go to EFA from noon to 3.
What is EFA? I'm sorry. I don't know what that means.
EFA is, it's like another nonprofit.
Okay.
And they help out, they help with rental assistance.
Okay.
They have a food bank and stuff.
I need to get in contact with them.
Yeah, so I go to EFA. It's in Boulder, that one. And then on Wednesdays, I come to the Art Center. Before coming in, I go to Harvest of Hope. It's another pantry from 9 to 11. And then to the Art Center's noon to 2. And on Fridays, I'm at Sister Carmen from 1 to 5. And Sister Carmen also is another food pantry. They help with, another nonprofit.
Yeah, and so those are all places where the public is welcome to walk in and just ask for benefits in action or look for Ruby's lovely face. And then you can get some assistance with SNAP, Medicaid. What other benefits can you help with?
RTD Live, LEAP, pretty much, and then old age pension, just like a bunch of benefits.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention too the once a month I'm at the Netherland Resource Fair. So pretty much up there from 10 to noon. It's every 4th of the last Thursday of every month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that one either. So this is great.
Yeah, so Ruby's everywhere.
Yeah.
We're realizing how large Boulder County really is,
Yes.
especially when you're getting around everywhere in the day. So, for clarity, EFA is the Emergency Family Assistance Association. So that's a long one. That's a mouthful. We know why they go by EFA.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I
Definitely.
appreciate it. Is there anything else you'd like to add to the conversation? Maybe some stories that you know of people that have been helped, or just what the organization has meant to you?
Ruby really works firsthand with a lot of our public, so I think she can share a little bit more about that. But, even back in the beginning of my career at Benefits in Action, I worked on the intake team, and I can just say that a lot of times when folks call us, it is in a moment of crisis. Their benefits have just been discontinued. When we were coming out of the public health emergency, folks were realizing like their Medicare savings program had lapsed. And if you don't know what that is, it covers that $185 a month that older adults pay out of their Social Security for their Medicare coverage. And that can really make a difference in whether or not you have a roof over your head or food on your table. So it's often times of crisis, and we're really able to help make a difference in somebody's life through that phone call. It can be tough. It can be very tough, but very rewarding work. So we're really grateful to be here, and we hope to be here for the next 10 years. But it takes a village, so we're really calling on our community for support.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would say just that, I love working with Benefits in Action. I love the feeling that we're able to help people. And, there's been a lot of people that say, well, thank you. If without your guys' help, we were not going to be able to do it. I'm not technology savvy. Probably the language, too. Sometimes they're like, if you call them, someone would answer and I wouldn't be able to understand what they're trying to tell me. Just being able to try to meet up like in a public place helps them out too. I know that sometimes it's hard with people that, they can drive or they can, they get a bus or something and they're like, well, I can't make it on those times, but I'd rather do it in person than over the phone. How can we do this? So I think most of our, clients, that's one of the things that they really like, that we're able to go and meet them somewhere or go to different places, not just one place. That's one of the things that they always have to say, oh, well, thank you for coming and thank you for being here. So I'm, at the end of the day, I'm really happy to hear like their whole really good stories and saying, thank you for being there. Thank you for speaking two languages or, being able to come in because I don't have a car. I can go all the way to Boulder or I can go all the way to Lakewood or stuff like that. So I think those are a couple of things that they really appreciate.
I want to add to that too. Like we said, we serve everybody. Maybe you just lost your job and it's your first day unemployed. Now you qualify for Medicaid, but you don't know that and you don't have answers to all these questions or have that help. We serve a lot of family caregivers, adult children, helping their older parents. Maybe it's getting to be a time where you think your parent needs a little bit more skilled care and you don't know how the heck to go about that.
Right.
You can call Benefits in Action and we can support you through that. We're not just here to fill out those applications. We're also support, and we provide this information in a language that, the everyday person can understand. And that empathy piece and that compassion, I think, is really one of those things we talked about, what sets us apart. In a world of electronic, applications and automated systems, and just roadblocks, I think we really provide that human element that is so important, especially when folks are really struggling to get through these things.
Yeah, that's great. Last question before I get you guys out of here. What does service mean to you?
Ooh, so many things. Ruby, you want to take a hack at that first?
Yes. For me, service is, I'd always say, help others whenever you can. I might have a little story behind me. I had my grandma and, she already passed away. But I would always help her, take her to doctor appointments, dental appointments everywhere. So it just makes me feel really good because I'm able to do it. So I feel like being able to, I don't know, help out and do a service out there means a lot. Means hey, I could do it. I have the time. I'm able to. So I think it's pretty much something really important for me. to help the community out there.
That's great.
Yeah, I think for me, I've kind of always just sought roles in which I can be in service in my community. I was a classroom teacher for a few years, then I got to work in supported employment, and it has just been so rewarding. I think the biggest piece is about showing up, the fact that you're there, that you're available, willing to support, willing to listen, willing to seek answers, even if you don't necessarily know what they are in the moment. That is so important. I like to refer to the people that we serve as our neighbors. And I think that that's a concept that maybe we've kind of lost touch with. So I'm really grateful to be here. I think it's an amazing kind of small town feel, to have such great community organizations. And we really do serve each other as well. So
Absolutely.
it's amazing. Yeah.
Very good. No, that was awesome, you guys. Thank you so much for coming on and taking the time. I know you drove quite a while to get up here, and I appreciate that. And just thank you for all that you do for others. That's how we strengthen our communities, is by serving each other. So thank you from everybody that you guys have touched, and helping in their lives. And thanks for coming and being on the show.
Thank you for doing this. We so appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you to my guests, my listeners, and my supporters. Serving together, we can strengthen our community. Please like and subscribe. Do all those other things. You know you got to do them, because that's the easiest way that you can serve right now. All right, now go. Connect with others and be a blessing.